Pray you all give your audience and hear this matter with reverence. By figure and moral play, the summoning of every man called it is, that of our lives and ending shows, how transitory we be all day. This matter is wonders precious, but the intent of it's more gracious, and sweet to bear away. The story saith, man in the beginning, look well, and take good heed to the ending. Be you never so gay, ye think sin in the beginning full sweet. Which in the end causeth thy soul to weep, when the body lieth in clay. Here you shall see how fellowship and jollity, both strength, pleasure, and beauty, will fade from thee, as flower in May. For ye shall hear how our heaven King calleth every man to a general reckoning. Give audience, and hear what he doth say.
In spiritual vision mankind be so blind, drowned in sin they know me not for their God. Forgotten they have that they are each a brother, and forgotten they also have Gaia, their great mother.
They use the 7 deadly sins damnable in such wise that pride, covetousness, wrath, and lechery now in this world be made commendable, and thus they leave of angels the heavenly company.
On every man living without fear, where art thou, death, thou mighty messenger?
Almighty God, I am at your will, your commandment now to fulfill.
Go thou to every man, and show him in my name a pilgrimage he must on him take, which he in no wise may escape, and that he bring with him a sure reckoning, without delay or any tarrying.
The expense of spirit and a waste of shame is lust in action. Until action, lust is perjured and not to trust. Enjoyed no sooner but despised straight. Past reason hunted, and no sooner had past reason hated, has swallowed bait. On purpose laid to make the taker mad, a bliss in proof, and proved a very woe. Before, a joy proposed. Behind, a dream. All this the world knows, yet none knows well to shun the heaven that leads men to this hell. So I guess, for the moment, I should live, and into guilt and shame I should never give.
I am sent to thee from God out of his majesty.
What desireth God of me?
On thee thou must take a long journey. Therefore thy book of count with thee thou bring. For turn again, thou cannot by no way, and look thou be sure of thy reckoning. For before God thou shalt answer and show.
I know thee not.
What messenger art thou?
I am death. For every man I arrest, and no man spareth. For it is God's commandment that all to me should be obedient.
Escape this death I did. Your wits, I think, should be commended.
Thy wits are commended here. Though for me, you still need fear.
Death, you camest when I had thee least in mind. In thy power it lieth me to save. Yet of my good will I give thee, if thou wilt be kind. Yea, 1,000 pounds shall you have, and thou defer this matter till another day, another month, another year.
Every man, it may not be by no way, said not by gold, silver, nor riches, nay by pope, emperor, king, duke, nay princess. For, and I would receive gifts great, all the world I might get, but my custom is clean contrary.
If this pilgrimage I take, and my reckoning I should make, tell me by Saint Charity, shall I come again shortly?
No, every man. And thou be once there, thou mayest never more come here. Trust me verily.
Oh, gracious God!
What? Weenest thou thy life is given thee, and thy worldly goods?
That is what I thought.
Nay, nay, it was but lent thee. For as soon as thou art gone, another a while shall have it, and then go therefro, and then go therefrom, even as thou hast done. Every man, thou art mad. And so no man shall I smite, but to the heart suddenly I shall smite, without any advisement. And now out of thy sight I will me hie. See thou make thee ready shortly. So I shall give thee a fortnight, in which time you can try thy best to make all things right.
Thank you.
Sir! How lookest thou so piteously of late? Goodness, I pray, let me say that I may help you again.
Yea, fellowship, I'm in great jeopardy.
My true friend, show to me your mind. I will not forsake thee to my life's end in the way of good company.
I shall show you how it is. Commanded I am to go on a journey, a long way, hot and dangerous, and give a straight account without delay for Jupiter on high. Wherefore I pray you bear me company, as ye have promised in this journey.
That is matter indeed. Promise is duty. And so if we were to go on this journey, When should we come again?
Nay, never. Not until the day of doom.
Faith, then, will not I come there? Who hath you these tidings brought?
Indeed, death was with me.
Now, by God, that all have gone. If death was the messenger, for no man that is living today I will not go that loath journey. Not for the father that begat me.
Ye promised otherwise party. Whither away, fellowship, wilt thou forsake me?
In faith, every man. Farewell now at the end. But you, I will remember the parting this morning.
So everybody, I would like you to meet my, she's my...
Hi, I'm good. Where's your can? Oh, thanks.
Ah, cousin, ye be a merry man.
Fellowship. He said he would with me gone. His words were very pleasant and gay, but afterward he left me alone. Now whither forsooker shall I flee? Sith that fellowship hath forsaken me.
To your kinsmen you can truly.
Praying them to help me in my necessity.
For kind will creep where it may not go. Worry not, for we will always be there for thee.
It's just that, well, I've been summoned to give the straight account without delay.
Worry not, we shall help you testify.
What if we were to testify after I were to die?
Well, what would we do?
I have been summoned to give an account before God, my final judgment.
Oh, well, no, I don't think that would be very good. We could not do that.
I can never get us a babysitter on that kind of notice. Take good heart to you, and make no moan. But one thing I warn you, by St. Anne, as for me, you shall go alone.
For I tell you, nephew, I have this cramp in my toe. And trust not to me, for so God me speed. I will deceive you in your motion.
And thou would give me a new gown. I will not a foot with thee go. But, and thou hast tarried, I would not.
I pray thee, take the labor and do so much for me, to bring me forward for St. Charity, and comfort me till I come without the town.
Also of my own life, an unready reckoning. I have to account, therefore I make tarrying. Now God keep thee, for now I go.
What friend were best for me to provide?
Kin should accept its goodbye for now. For verily, we will not go with you.
Of course, I have always loved riches, and the goods that riches can buy.
It's like...
I lie here in comers trussed and piled so high, and in chests I am loved so fast.
Also sacked in bags thou mayest see with thine eye.
I cannot stir in packs low where I lie. What would ye have? Lightly me say.
Nay, I'm sent for another way to go, to give a straight account general. before the highest Jupiter of all. And all through my life I have found my pleasure in thee. So I pray thee now, come along with me.
Nay, I am too brittle.
I may not endure.
You breathe me full sore. When I should come to that fearful answer, up and let us go thither together.
Nay, nay, every man, I sing another song. I follow no man in such voyages. If I were to go along this journey with thee, thou shouldest fare much the worse from my company. I will follow no man 1 foot, be ye sure.
Alas, I have thee loved, and had great pleasure, all my life days on my good and treasure.
That is to thy own damnation, without lessing, for my love is contrary to the love everlasting.
Lo, now I was deceived. Ere I was ware, and all I may weet, misspending of time.
Therefore to thy soul good is the thief, for when thou art dead, this is my guise. Another to deceive in the same wise, as I have do thee, and all to his soul's reprieve.
If pity at all we could, pity you surely we would, because on us thou didst set thy mind. Thy reckoning we have made, blotted and blind, that thine account thou cannot make truly, and that hast thou for the worship of us.
If thou had me loved moderately during, as to the poor give part for the love of me. Therefore farewell, and have a good day.
First I to fellowship and to my kinsmen spake of my despair, and they all assured me that they truly do care. And so I went to my goods that I loved best, in hope to have found comfort, but there had I least. For my goods shoplet did tell me that she bringeth many in hell. Then of myself I was ashamed, and so I am worthy to be blamed. Thus may I well myself hate. Whom shall I now counsel take?
Every man. Stop! Cease this!
By fair ordinance of the earth and lands, today there will be no letting of blood from thy hands.
Here I lie, cold in the ground. Thy sins have me so sore bound that I cannot stir.
Sir, thou lookest strangely familiar.
The fact that you can recognize me hath made my day. For lo, I am your good deeds.
Good deeds! I stand in great fear. I must you pray for counsel. For help now should come right well.
Every man, I have understanding that thou art summoned account to make before Messiahs of Jerusalem King, and you do by me that journey with you will I take.
Therefore I come to you my moan to make. I pray you that ye will go with me.
I would full fain, but I cannot stand verily.
Why? Is there anything on you fall?
Yes, sir, I may thank you of all if ye had perfectly cheered me. Your book of account full ready now had be. Look, The books of your works and deeds eke. Behold how they lie under the feet to your soul's heaviness.
Good deeds, I pray you help me in this need, or else I am forever damned indeed.
That shall I do verily, though that on my feet I may not go. I have a cousin that shall with you also called Knowledge, which shall with you abide to help you make that dreadful reckoning.
Now, for the first time in many years, the path of peace may be open. No one can be certain what the future will bring. No one can say whether the time has come for an easing of the struggle. But history and our own conscience will judge us harshly if we do not now make every effort to test our hopes by action. And this is the place to begin. According to the ancient Chinese proverb, a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. My fellow Americans, let us take that first step. Let us, if we can, step back from the shadows of war and seek out the way of peace. And if that journey is 1,000 miles, or even more, let history record that we, in this land, at this time, took the first step.
In your mouth. 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 In your mouth.
Art thou Knowledge, Good Deeds' cousin?
Indeed I am. I will go with thee. For with man my brother and I have been since Adam strayed and ate from the forbidden tree. I shall be thy guide, and thy most need to go that by thy side.
And who is this brother of whom you speak?
Death.
Okay, I may now lose my breath.
We chose not man, but man chose us. Had Adam done as gracious Zeus said, no man would ever be found dead. Immortal would there be with no fuss or muss.
is that thou hast writ?
It be the sacred tree of life. From this tree, Adam was free to eat from without fear or strife. Each of the globes on the tree represents God's love radiating through us peasants. How manifests his energy and light. Though it looks simple and trite, each of these spots on the tree exists someplace on you and me. Our organs and limbs are branches that touch God. His crown rests above thy head. God's understanding and feminine energies. His wisdom and masculine energies. For God has no shape or gender, leaving his image difficult to render. Power. God's beauty and love reside here in thee. Remember this, you'll be filled with glee. God's majesty, endurance. The foundation of all creation. I see now that your own tree has begun to rise. As thou hast begun a journey to become more, wise. What troubles you, every man?
It is said when Adam ate from the tree of knowledge, he felt great shame. And now I feel quite the same.
Sometimes we must in nature put our trust in what thou art experiencing now is higher than lust. God made man for jewels of love to adorn, not so he should mock and scorn.
Okay, in good condition I am now in everything, and am wholly content with the good thing. Thank be God my Creator.
Every man, look your penance that ye fulfill. What pain that ever to you obey? And I shall give you counsel at will, how your account ye shall make clearly.
O eternal God, O heavenly figure, O way of right wiseness, O goodly vision, descended down in a virgin pure, because he would every man redeem. Which Adam forfeited by his disobedience. Blessed Godhead, elect and high divine, forgive me my grievous offense. Here I cry thee, mercy in his presence. With pleasure. Ransomer, Redeemer.
Now we go together joyously to confession,
that cleansing river.
What art thou doing here?
What am I doing here? What are you doing here?
I'm here to receive the sacrament of confession.
Oh, you'll never be redeemed. You'll never get over me.
Oh, just watch. Just watch.
Lo, I am confession. Kneel down and ask mercy. For he is in good conceit with God Almighty. I know your sorrow well, every man, because with new-found wisdom ye come to me. I will you comfort as well as I can. We adore thee, O Christ, and bless thee. Because of thy holy cross thou hast redeemed the world. Jesus, you stood alone before Pilate. Nobody spoke on his behalf. Nobody helped to defend him. He who had devoted every moment of his life to helping others. He would welcome beggars and sinners to eat by the side and listened and counseled them. None of those he had helped seemed to remember all he had done for them as the Romans and the high priest prepared to put him to death.
As a wee lad, I often felt alone. Now as an adult, I still feel sometimes others don't stand up for me and come to my defense when I am afraid. Sometimes I don't feel like I am treated fairly, especially if I am criticized at work or chastised. Lord, help me be grateful for what you did for me. Help me to accept criticism and unfairness as you did and not complain. And help me pray for those who have hurt me.
Jesus was sentenced to die, and he accepted his cross. He knew he would carry it to his death at Calvary. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he accepted it and carried it just the same.
Oftentimes, trivial things overwhelm me. These days, life is almost like a competitive sport, and I worry about my future and worry other people have control over it. I sometimes feel as if I were still a small child fighting forces much larger than myself. I need to remember that being an adult does not mean I have to solve every problem all on my own. I need to look around me for a friendly face, for the help I need.
Twice on the road to Calvary, Jesus fell while carrying his cross. As the cross grew heavier and heavier, it became more difficult for him to get up. But he never gave up and persevered. Jesus struggled back, continued to carry his cross.
Oftentimes, as a wee lad, things got me down. Others seemed to find things easier to do, to learn. Each time I failed, I found it harder to keep trying. And as an adult, I think I should know more than I usually do, and I have very little patience with myself, and I find it hard to still believe in myself when I fail. Lord, help me when things seem difficult for me. Even when it's hard, help me get up and keep on trying and plugging along as you did. Help me to do my best without comparing myself with others. A lack, it's that monster known as envy. Of the rack of earned praise. When envy breeds unkind division, there comes the ruin. There begins confusion.
Jesus passed a group of women lamenting loudly, "Weep not for me." He said unto them, "But weep for yourselves. Verily, verily, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit."
When I was a wee lad, I thought only of myself. I thought about the toys I wanted, the attention I wanted from my parents. As an adult, I still find myself wanting and not accepting what I have. The secret in life is not getting what you want, but wanting what you get. And I take others for granted often, ignoring the needs of others in favor of my own needs and desires. Case in point.
Once they reached Calvary and the soldiers stripped Jesus and nailed him to the cross, they spit on him and mocked him. Christ raised his eyes to heaven and said, "Father, forgive them. They know not what they do."
As a wee lad in school, I was quite the fool. Sometimes I would hurt others. My friends and I would often join and decide not to like one other student. Gang up on that person, cause them hurt and pain. I can only imagine the horror if they actually believed of themselves the things that we said. And now even as an adult, I often find myself discriminating against others. Even without thinking, I will judge others because of their race, their intelligence, social status, or name. I forget that I am to live as a brother to all people. Oftentimes I find myself using harsh words when I speak to friends and family. I can find it very easy to look for something that isn't very important and make it very important in my head.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
Amen.
O glorious fountain that all uncleanliness doth clarify, wash from every man the spots of vice unclean, so that on him no sin may be seen. For commanded he was a pilgrimage to take, and great accounts before God to make. Now he prays you, Ave Maria, Mother of Salvation. He hath saved my life by his piteous exclamation. Every man, see that ye your penance fulfill, whatever the pains ye abide full dear. And knowledge shall give you counsel at will, how your account ye shall make full clear.
Great tidings of joy I bring. Receive the sacrament of confession I have. Wiped clean hath been wiped my soul and slate. Eternal damnation now shall not be my eternal mate.
Well, in that case, here at your will we be all ready. What will ye that we should do?
Now would you with me go and help me in my pilgrimage? Advise you, will ye go with me or not in this voyage?
We will bring you all thither to help and comfort you. You may believe me.
So let us go now by my faith, and never more appear. In this world live no more we shall, but in heaven before the highest Lord of all.
Wait, I thought you said your slate was wiped clean. I thought then death would not be your fate.
I said damnation was not my mate, but death is still my guide.
And from him I will run and hide. I cross all this out.
Wait, you tell Mommy you don't like the way it's in my eyes.
I think you put too much makeup on. I've never been able to get the eyeliner on my eyes. How old am I now? What do you think you are? It always goes up and into my eye. What do you think you are? You didn't grow up in trouble.
No, either man. Be merry and glad.
Here I am.
Your good deeds shall cometh no. Ye may not be said. No is your good deeds all and sound, going upright upon the ground.
My heart is light, and shall be evermore. Now will I smite faster than I did before.
By now, my sad, but ever rejoice. God save thy manner of life in his town above. Put on this garment to thy mouth.
Are you really?
Which wet with tears of your weeping is, or else God's presence you may miss. When ye to your journey's end shall come all.
Gentle knowledge, what do you call it?
A jewel of sorrow is by its name. From pain it will you reclaim. Contrition it is, that getteth forgiveness. Passing it well doth God please. In addition, following thy contrition, you must thou lead with thee 3 persons of great might.
And who might they be?
Discretion and strength they height.
and thy beauty may not abide behind. Also, ye must call to mind your fave wits as your counsellors beside. You must have them ready at every deed.
How shall I get them hither?
You must call them all together, and they will hear you immediately.
Praise him, all creatures here below. Praise him above the heavenly host. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen.
Now ye also must call to mind beauty, strength, discretion, as well as thy 5 wits as for your counselors.
How shall I get them
here
hither?
to summon these entities. Where they are needed is where they shall be found. In stone their arrival is bound.
I'm so faint. I may not stand. The limbs under me do fall.
Friend, let us not turn again to this land, not for all the world's gold, for into this cave we must creep and turn to the earth and there to sleep.
And I see not my 5 wits in this place. You promised me that they would be here. Trouble has fallen on my fear. Where are they by God's good grace? And what of beauty, strength, and discretion? Beauty. Strength. My 5 wits.
I told out truly that they would all be here, and they all came to this place before ye. The light of life from them has gone fading, in cold tombs they have been laid.
Supposed to accept this by St. Joe. You tell me now that in the end I am all alone?
Nay, every man, I will abide with thee, standing by your side long after the bitter end. I was with you the moment you were born, and shall stay after your loss. People do stop to mourn.
into thy hands. My soul I do commend.
You okay over there? You okay over there? You okay over there?
Come, excellent elect kin of God, heaven above thou shalt go, because of thy singular virtue. Now thy soul is taken thy body fro. Thy reckoning is crystal clear. Now shalt thou into the heavenly sphere, unto which all ye shall come that liveth well after the day of doom.
You okay over there? You okay over there?
Truth may seem but cannot be, beauty brag but 'tis not she, truth and beauty buried be. Now hath he suffered which we all shall endure, but good deeds shall make all sure. Now hath he made ending, death is now the phoenix nest, and the turtle's loyal breast to eternity doth rest, leaving no posterity, 'twas not their infirmity. Methinketh that I hear angels sing, and make great joy and melody, where every man's soul received shall be.
This memory all men may have in mind. Ye hearers, take it of worth, old and young, and forsake pride, for he deceiveth you in the end. And remember beauty, 5 wits, strength, and discretion. They all last do every man forsake, save his good deeds, them he there doth take. But beware, for an they be small, before God he hath no help at all. None excuse may be there for every man, alas, how shall he do then? For after death amends may no man take, for then mercy and pity doth take him forsake. If his reckoning be not clear, when he doth come, God will say that he hath his account whole and sound. High in heaven he shall be crowned, unto which place God brings us all thither, that we may live body and soul together. Amen, say ye, for Saint Charity.
Can't see me. Can't touch you. A mystery. A dream. The unseen. In the unseen. Can't see me. I touch you. long night.